Hi guys and welcome back to another video on the S1 in the review of the annual. This is your weekly NXT review from last night, and as of the call of this is Wednesday the 1st of October 2025, and last night's episode was um was the 30th, so we'll get into the review in a second. But I just want to give my brief thoughts on a few things. Obviously, the title of next week's special episode is called Showdown. Was scheduled to be called Invasion, but because of pressure in the Middle East, WWE back on that and called it Showdown. Now, in my opinion, Showdown sounds a bit um, generic and a bit gimpy to be honest. Like, you could have just called it NXT versus ENA, to be honest, because that name just sounds a bit well, and but yeah, we'll cover that show next week. But um into tonight's review. This episode was basically just a prelude to next week, setting up the matches, set, setting and setting up each for person. But to start us off, we start in the angle of Ricky Saints, and he actually said that it's been a long, hard road, but the fans have been with me since day one. I said I was going to highlight people of views, etc. That's what he said. And, and he also said the bigger giants are the harder for all, and I suppose over it's time to fall. But but before it can get any but before it can get any more odds out, you have JCJ and come out. The crowd have her a merciful when she comes out and she says, "Oh, Ricky, you've got bet um, you've got a fish a fry, all these idiots we've got ought to take it to uh, ENA for next week. Um, so, so yeah, uh, um, so yeah, the two show you, a bit of unity, and then she says nobody, it felt myself up more than Eva, Eva comes out and she says to JC, "You've got the heart right." Anyway, Eva, Eva comes down to the and announces both Saints and Jane are the team captains. Um, she's in. She's She also says that it would be better for both JC and Ricky to put personal feelings aside and select the best team they possibly can. Then Eva is interrupted by Santino Morello. Uh, he says he's not selecting Trick Williams as he doesn't trust anybody called Trick. He actually says Trick, excuse me, he says he's not going to select the men's world champion. Um, so Um, so yeah, so he selects Saint Anna to be the team captain for Team TNA in the men's side. That's the reasoning is fine, fair enough, because Trick's been TNA World Champion for months, and he shouldn't trust any NXT competitor. It kind of makes it all the more baffling when you find out who picks, um, who he picks for the women's um war or tag team, and he selects Alani Jordan, who on the TNA Knockouts Championship at Victory Road, and she she comes out, and even Joseph and Booker, he seems stunned at that decision. So does JC and Aurora, and even Eva. Um, so the two GMs actually say the team reveals will happen during the summit at the end of the show. Um, so then we head clear for us to match of the episode. Jada Parker defeated a very game long show agent. So essentially, this battle walked down into kind of battle based match for much of it. Good them solid action, but we're like both wrestlers have a victory each, and to see I'd like to see this be all sort of culminated at a pay-per-view, because that because that's what this sort of mini feud is needing. You actually see the recap of what happened during Jada Parker's speed match. Just at the weekend, no Elsie, no Ash getting involved, and obviously Jada attacking Ash during a promo segment after the fact. So, but about this match, and you thought maybe Ash is going to get the victory here because they seem a bit more happier, more with Ash, to be honest. I don't know if that's because she's engaged to Trick Williams, but they seem to just so like he prefer war show agent over Jade Parker at the minute. Now I enjoy both women, but it just seemed a surprise to it seemed a surprise that Jada got the rematch victory because they have been pushing Agent a bit more than Jada, but in any case, I saw Agent hit so Ash extension Jada kicks out. This is the finish, by the way. Um, and Jada recovers and hits a hypnotic sub, sub, or hanging off the ropes into the middle of the hanging pins um and so show agent to get the and Parker gets out and gets the victory. Then when he cut to the and and he cut the and we cut to sorry we cut to he cut to the men's kill room and it's in the back. You see or like you see um try and get his team together or everybody wants to step up. So Giovanni Vinci picks he's kind of reluctant to pick Chirac Williams, but Chirac oh, in this case he says or a KO uh, I don't really like the young OG but needs us and you become co-captains or accusations because we're like what the hell but then he's like okay but then he's like okay you're in and and Josh the and Josh but X puts his name um puts his name for all puts his name for all and the and I use but on puts his for all then Chirac and Chirac is like when we need a bit of I will go for Josh um go for Josh but or go for Josh Briggs for co um happens here, and Jennifer on says if George X gets selected, he damns the epping off the team. So Javon kinda soften off, because he doesn't want Josh Briggs to be picked on, which is fair enough because he had because they've come out of a feud, so to speak, that kind of culminated at normally healthy, so they don't trust each other. Saint says, hold on, I'm the to make the decisions, and tonight there will another match between I was on and Josh or X gets the final spot on the team, so no problem with that. I should see you see that you see that to be it on another episode, but the next segment and eh, um as obviously Ethan Page, he comes out and he says he's the most handsome, the most um and the most accomplished and greatest NXT North American champion in history, and the greatest North American to ever have. It's a very sort of Austin Aries like promo. Um, and and he basically with and says now that I beat a formula, now that I beat a formula one, I'm paying them go only turn my attention to the out of the border, or I've got a dog, or I've done my medical professional doctor acknowledge only who's been a right pain in my ass. He's a carpool up outside the performance centre, and he thinks it's the doctor Agnew or Junior, so he's like, Doctor Agnew, get your ass out here and let jerk the out, but his surprise, it's Mustafa Owl. He that comes out and Owl, he says, um, says, Ethan Page that that it's not even the O's and it's not even the O's um something that's NXT, because if you don't know the background, guys, Mustafa Ali, he was actually scheduled to face Dominic Mysterio at NXT no me else 3 um, 3 years ago. Um, Ethan Ethan Age says, "Oh, I remember my Mustafa, but I don't I call you being the actor acting or junior take care of my ass off because I've got no one interest in having you a shot and all sure acting or but then the staff owl he says I pull tit in the back to Eva and it'll be you and me for the NXT of an American Championship and I'm gonna win the belt that I should have won 3 years ago. So the rhythm have a bit of a roll stuff how he hits and ends a early that has page already out a ring so it's up between the for next to eat for the NXT North American Championship um and then Um, and then we get the promo segments hyping up the wall and a take all tag team title match. The a Hardy Boys versus Dark State and the Hardy is and the Hardys say you're gonna turn the lights out on Arts State that that'll be the deletion of Dark State and here tell and the only tag team championships that we've never found on the NXT tag team championships next it would become WWE's most decorated tag will he become pro wrestling's most decorated tag teams Orion holds who else Dark State with um Dark State with the encounter that's with it are on in the night and then they would say to the hard is most people did the same most people if is in the hard is as the biggest part of the age of the hurry. Yeah, but unfortunately um un unfortunately for unfortunately for the Hardys when the Hawks they it's no one on a safe and room. You're gonna put down the soul edge and any tag even continue the dominance and take the TNA tag team title else back to TNA and obviously that hypes up that you see Javon Evans and you see Javon Evans and Leon Sweet are in the park having a conversation. They have a chat about their they have a chat about their up and coming bound for a um, X Division Tag Team title match. But of course, are interrupted by Sean Spears and over and Anson as they and Tatum Parkway. Um, and Eels actually says, "Oh, leave it to you, Rouge, have on to how nice with if the TNAX the division champion might unknown but so it's says well, I give the NXT universe a taste of what I can do and Ian Javon Evans team up to face Sean Spears and Nick over and um and I am obviously is so Ethan Evans or Eva us years accepts the challenge but then Tatum Part he is directed by one either Valkyria presents and Valkyria presents a foul either Valkyria should and says should and says that they I mean I am trying and I'm trying to understand my for friends, but uh, also the ecstatic about being presented with the doll, but as he kinda ushers her away from war, I uh, and that another start for that segment, but in the back you see ACJ in picking her team. Uh, she picks him solo with as him um as him as the only able champion in the company. Um, and the company will get back to that number. And she um she then she then so sh, sh, she then kind of leaves for how and can she's go only get a or extra on the team but will have ice actually is as JC JC I know I don't trust Australia did threw me out the NXT championship um but um, but I want to put my differences aside. I um and of course Tracy and aside she's picking Jade up hard harder. She's been impressed with Jada, but the NFL and ice getting a confrontation. She then says, and also in a similar sort of situation, in a similar sort of situation, you get JC Jane in Elsie's role for the right to be on next E, and then when we get to the miles on Josh Burrow's X match. Of course, it's another competitive match here. Um, of course, it's another competitive match here. Um, and obviously, um, and obviously, Josh Briggs it's as though he's going to take off the chain and get another scary. And and then who comes and causes the distraction on other than the and these Mark Caldo one and Caldo one ends up the distracted or exit exchange and get us on the chance to hit the on again zigzag maneuver and get the victory to be on team so so that is tricks team set up and in the back and in the back you see um in the back you see Ike Santa and Killer and Leader Orton talk Jenny Istra J and obviously Santana says if you picture Team Yee if you picture Team Yee and Orton oh I think I've got my team already Santa Ana as he's picked his team Judge Jordan Horace and Joe Hendry are a bit perplexed as to why they've not been picked for Team ENA. Santana and actually he says to both of them, you've kind of both get on foot and each father, and it's difficult to kind of see whose side are on. Um, this is after Jordan, and this is after the Jordan gives um oh, and he Jordan some um advice about holding the TNA Knockouts championship. Um so so yeah, that takes either the and then um uh, um and then we get then we get the and then we get the women's um over fire but in ice and but in the ice and handle and this um and then a season ice to make the finals or af on a competitive match she then hits Henry able after spinning at first to get the victory on to Lee JC Jane looks absolutely delighted after decision. She's got her head in her hands going on really well. She moves at the camera and um y- and then yeah, so that's him next year of oh and then we get to um the and when we get to the back about what it and then we get to the back about what it on and then it's JC and it's Jane and it gets told to the door in the read the attack and attack Jasmine uh, and help Jane retain the NXT and the NXT and championship as a prediction because she's kinda trying to or if also like and join Faith to one for inch so that so yeah uh so so that so it says to in Jasmine is or he um was very to each part of this will usually expect something in return for attacking the ice during the championship match and she hands the ECG the mask and Henry and Jane will look a bit sort of confused etc. And obviously, um, and obviously now we'll get to the of the end of the evening. It's Javon Evans versus it's Javon Evans and Leon Soy of versus um of of versus Sean Spears of from the oh. And I have to actually say, I have to actually say, answer actually, um, drops, so it are over the top rope onto the steel X and it works as closely it are, it works as though also I've had 7 bells knocked out of him as soon as he hits his X, but obviously, um, obviously, he gets back in there and always he, obviously, is so he, or as the youngest ENA, um, as the youngest ENA championship holder in history, is just on 20 on so him and Jehovah on the same age. I would have to say that so it are as a out of the but I'd have to say Jehovah on Evans as the more sort of Paul is a former obviously so it hits us on turn 4 5 um I'm a um or fifth on um on of on of hands and he gets the victory for the shot web and even the was a big um ocean outside the performance center hard you see you, you see what like a big one Angelo over man you see what a big one Angelo over man and behind it you see you, you see the majority the ENA raw or or you see the majority the ENA raw stuff as a big um ocean on the outside. You see it up in the car park. It goes to it goes to an ad lake, but you see all of this different work if you have got a net for X and you subscription, you can see it um unfold and then get to then you get to the end get to the summit as soon as we on back, you see, Rick, you see, select, you see, Rick, so it has, it, El's character, shut up, he's the captain and he's calling the shots, but without any further so extra how you arms and any so extra Von Evans and any else ever the finals or as I was on and um and then I was aim for Santana to select has he select any international champion and any original for an Azarian is select X division champion Swede on and he selects us and before Audrey C. Jane Sour ex her should incest and should incest to kill and kill and she's a to time and trade or she's been a part of the NXT or or um she's been a part of the she's been a part of the NXT loss for the past 5 years and NJAC she's a ex she's a ex solo uh Jada uh and all of ice kill Anija Orton and says says she's still is still ex the inspiration Jessica McE uh and and Ethiel E who are the icon X and then next E she also saw X Haria said E who's the former Jakarta since it says my final selection as a recent affection I select um as I select I select Arias sad e and it kind of goes off the album if an epic or all Ethan age hits hits us and everybody it's involved in a big or all and then comes Shawn Michaels is some actionable looks at the camera I'll see you and Showdown at Showdown only says and that that's the end of the episode. And going to actually get I'm going to actually have I'm going to actually have the as an 8.5 and a really good, but I'll up um to the special episode for next time, and obviously the name showed own as stupid, to be honest. So it's so generic. So for that alone, I have to take a point. I have to take 0.5 off this week some war because of the name change for the special episode next time. And it's actually is up a good entry um into the show own episode. Remember after smash that one like button and subscribe to the channel. I've been so in the review and I've been wrestling review done. Oh, I'll see you very soon.